There is no good reason why you and I shouldn't be able to sit here together and have a conversation.
I got a good reason.
Which is?
I don't like you.
Really?
Number 10, Jack Shepard, Lost.
I'm intense.
For the lead of its ensemble cast, Lost might have chosen an interesting character, but he wasn't necessarily the one we liked most. Jack Shepard became the head of the castaways pretty much from the jump, and to his credit, he was pretty good at thinking on his feet in high-intensity situations. It's all the other stuff that was a bit difficult for him. Throughout the show's run, Jack is faced with a number of dilemmas, and almost always picks the wrong choice.
We have to go back, Kate.
Whether it be ignoring Claire when she thinks she and her baby are in danger, or wanting to detonate an explosive, our guy has some bad moments. Plus, he yells and cries way too much for our liking.
Don't you look at me like that. Don't you pity me.
I'm trying to help you.
You can't help me!
Number 9, Tori Vega, Victorious.
Really? You can't think of one thing that you like about me?
I like when you're sad.
When you're surrounded by such an awesome cast, sometimes your flaws stand out a bit more. Tori might be the main character in Victorious, but she's far from the most talented, and even farther from the most likable. One of the first things she does is kiss Beck right in front of his girlfriend Jade. True, Jade is billed as a mean girl, but this revenge plot takes things a bit too far.
As if I care what you think.
You better watch yourself.
Can't take it?
Don't push me.
Eat your pants!
But more than that, if we're talking talent, the characters surrounding Tori outshine her. She's definitely a good singer, but when you're standing next to the likes of Ariana Grande, it's a bit hard to compete. Number 8, Zach Morris, Saved by the Bell.
Please, call me Principal Zach. Look at all your grades seem to be here, but your files don't say anything about, boyfriends.
Don't be fooled by that cute smile and those charming fourth wall breaks. As far as we're concerned, Zach Morris is a little bit of a narcissist and a whole lot of a creep. Throughout the series, his favorite pastimes include being gross to women and being a pretty bad friend. In order to feed Lisa's shopping addiction, for instance, he starts charging people $1 to kiss her.
I feel so cheap.
Lisa, you're not cheap. Made $36.
And once in college, he impersonates a professor in order to get a date. But some of Zach's worst offenses come with how he repeatedly mistreats Slater, notably perpetuating the idea that he's violent. And if we're being honest, we're Team Slater.
I, just came by to wish you guys a great senior year. But I think I'll find someplace else to sit.
Number 7, Rory Gilmore, Gilmore Girls.
Look, I'm not going back. I just wanted you to know.
Message sent.
Watching a beloved character become a terrible one is never easy. But in Rory Gilmore's case, it was almost unbearable. Rory starts out as your typical precocious teenager. She's charming, smart, funny, and everything else you want out of a main character. But once she gets to Yale, things take a terrible turn. She starts making one mistake after another. She sleeps with Dean even though he's married, drops out of school, and lets her relationship with her mother Lorelai deteriorate.
Be sure to send me a change of address card. Grandma can print them out for you with a little fleur-de-lis.
I'm not supposed to be talking to outsiders.
Fine.
You and Luke getting engaged and not telling me about it, you hurt me.
Back at you.
But the worst part of it all is that for the longest time, Rory doesn't seem to think there's anything wrong with this behavior. She winds up seeming like a far cry from the girl we once knew.
Exactly. I mean, where do you get off acting all morally superior?
That is not what I intended to say at all.
You clearly think you are. Why? Because you read Ironweed? Because you saw Norma Ray?
Number 6, Piper Chapman, Orange is the New Black.
These are kind of like Tom's.
Who's Tom?
Tom's are shoes. When you buy a pair, the company gives another to a child in need. They're great, and they come in lots of different colors.
Unlike Rory, this character was annoying from the jump. Piper Chapman's whiny nature worked for Orange is the New Black at first. She's an upper-class white woman headed for prison, so she's bound to be a bit snobby. But as the show goes on, we learn so much about the other women and their stories, and Piper only becomes more insufferable.
The truth catches up with you in here, Dina. And it's the truth that's gonna make you her bitch.
Next to all the other inmates at Litchfield Penitentiary, she's so clearly the worst, it's hard to understand why she was picked as the main character in the first place. We would all definitely rather spend more time with the characters surrounding her than hearing about her panty-selling venture.
You are supporting a local business, keeping jobs right here at home. I'm like American Apparel.
Number 5, Carrie Bradshaw, Sex and the City.
Yeah. Maybe I've dated men who were wrong for me, but who hasn't?
But the thing they have in common is you.
What's your point?
For someone with a column about sex and relationships, Carrie Bradshaw sure seems to be bad at them. But her romantic entanglements were far from her worst transgressions on Sex and the City. For one, she's a pretty deplorable friend. In one episode, Miranda asks Carrie to come help her after she hurts her neck.
Miranda's neck is out. She can't move, and I'm worried that it's too late for me to cancel my meeting.
I'll go check on Miranda for you.
You would?
Sure.
She delegates the task to Aiden instead of going over herself, and he finds Miranda in a pretty humiliating situation in the bathroom. And speaking of Aiden, we'd be remiss not to mention how terribly she treated him too. Leave it to Carrie to drive away the only good guy she ever had.
Yeah.
Number 4, Rachel Berry, Glee.
I just don't get it. You're better than this.
No, she's an ambitious little freak who'll do anything to hold on to her power.
If characters got gold stars for being the absolute worst, Rachel Berry would have a binder full of them. The Glee Club is known for being made up of misfits, but we think the reasons Rachel has trouble fitting in have more to do with her mean girl streak than anything else. She's convinced that she's destined for stardom and thinks that gives her the right to belittle others.
Talents are wasted in this club. My star shines too bright, and I think you're threatened by it.
Take that off! I'm tired of this, Rachel. You have a terrible attitude, you're a lousy sport, and it is not okay anymore.
She's not afraid to sabotage anybody who seems like a threat to her either. We all remember what she does to Sunshine in season 2.
Tell me this isn't true, Rachel.
She could have died.
Oh, I didn't send her to an active crack house. Besides, how did you guys find out anyways?
And that's saying nothing of her cringeworthy behavior. Inappropriate crush on Mr. Schuster, anyone? Rachel spent the majority of her run on Glee being awful, and we could not miss her less.
I think that you actually found a way to offend every special interest group in this country. And I don't want to point fingers, but I have to at you because you're the face of it, okay? I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Number 3, Ted Mosby, How I Met Your Mother.
I think I like your nose.
I think I'm in love with you.
What? What?
What?
There's nothing worse than the TV nice guy who's actually the opposite of nice. We'll get to a worse offender later, but for now, give it up for Ted Mosby. The show frames his over-the-top and obsessive nature as romantic, but in hindsight, it's kind of just plain toxic. For example, Robin and Ted might be one of the main couples on the show, yet he always tries to move way too fast and aggressively, getting swept up in his fantasy of them being meant to be. So he often neglects to consider her needs and wants.
Look, Ted, I don't know where I'm gonna be in 5 years. And I don't want to know. I want my life to be an adventure.
We have an expiration date, don't we?
Yet this type of problematic behavior continues even when she says she wants to be friends, and long after they break up. We are truly appalled.
I know it took guts to tell me you love me. And I know how much it hurt that I didn't say it back, but yeah, this sucks for me too.
Number 2, Hannah Horvath, Girls.
I don't want to freak you out, but I think that I may be the voice of my generation.
When someone like Marnie is a character on your show, it's hard to imagine that things could get much more annoying. Enter Hannah Horvath, proving that you should never speak too soon. The main character on Girls is one of the more selfish ones on this list, putting her own not-so-awful problems above everything else. Her behavior impacts her friendships, her romantic relationships, and even her work life.
And I'm not showing any signs of changing. Look, all you've ever done is talk about the fact that you are changing, that you want to change, self-improvement, all that bullshit, so I get on board with it, and thus, all you've done for the past couple of years is disappoint me. Well, then maybe you should lower your expectations.
On the occasions where Shoshana called Hannah on her self-obsession, it felt like she was speaking for the entire audience. Her words are harsh, but oh so true and necessary.
Really pretty girls out there who have like jobs and purses and nice personalities, those are not my friends. Not you guys. I think we should all just...
Before we unveil our number one pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Sabrina Spellman, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Her greatest power is her ability to annoy.
And there's nothing I can say or do to make you change your mind?
No.
Okay. Well, if there's no talking you out of this.
Otis Milburn, Sex Education. Otis and alcohol do not mix.
And I think it's good that I'm not going out with either of them because I think I deserve a whole lot more. Thank you for coming. Good night.
Serena Vanderwoodson, Gossip Girl. This drama magnet makes it easy to be on Team Blair.
You didn't go to school this year and you haven't had a real job in months, so life is kind of like summer for you.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Kick a girl when she's down. I really am gonna change.
Why? All the drama, it's who you are.
Jenna Hamilton, Awkward. Both Maddie and Jake deserve better.
When I was initially charting my course to visibility, I really should have defined the kind of visibility I wanted.
Oliver Queen, Arrow. A superhero with an ego? What a novel idea.
To live, I had to make myself more than what I was. To forge myself into a weapon. I am returning. Not the boy who was shipwrecked, but the man who will bring justice to those who have poisoned my city.
Number 1. Dawson Leary, Dawsons Creek.
Oh, we probably won't discuss the telethon until after dinner, so. Might be late.
Here's the nice guide to end all nice guys. Dawson Leary was sold to us as a boy next door type and billed as the love interest to Joey Potter. But from the moment Dawsons Creek began, every single word that came out of the title character's mouth made him less and less likable. For one thing, he's a bad friend and boyfriend to Joey. Beyond that, he's downright terrible to Pacey, often using their so-called friendship so he can feel better about himself.
And you're not dissecting you two's relationship on the page, just like every other narcissistic writer through history.
Just tell me what you think.
I think it's dark. It's obtuse.
It's no wonder the writers eventually ended up having Pacey and Joey be the main couple. And it's really no wonder the only remnants left of Dawson on the internet are crying memes.
All right, take it all back, all right? Just go. Go.